Okay, this video is going to solve problem 5-3. So I've taken that problem and I've put it up into Excel. So it's the exact same problem that I've just typed out the questions that they ask us. So this says Harper Manufacturing determines allocation rates as part of its annual budgeting process, which takes place 1 month before the beginning of the year. The company reports the following manufacturing overhead information as part of its budgeting process. So they give us some of that information here. They say, assuming Harper uses a traditional costing system with a single allocation base, which is going to be units, what is the predetermined overhead rate for the upcoming year? Okay, so we're going to just calculate an overhead rate based on a single driver here. So they say the driver is going to be units. So we'll take manufacturing overhead, divide by our total units that we have, and that gives us a rate of 53 cents per unit. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, it says assume job 189 comprises of 68 units and 3 direct labor hours. If Harper uses a traditional job costing system with a single allocation base, again, units, what is the total manufacturing overhead? Okay, well, if we're just using units, we're going to take this and we're going to multiply it by 68 because that's the amount we have for that driver. We'll just sort of ignore direct labor hours here because we're only using a single predetermined overhead rate here. So that gives us a total of $35.87. Okay, now we'll go to the next one. It says assume Harper uses a two-stage system, and then they give us two cost pools above. What is the overhead rate for cost pool number one? Okay, so for cost pool one, it says that the allocation base is units. So we're going to take cost pool one and divide it by our total amount of units that we have here. And that gives us 23 cents per unit. It says do the same thing for cost pool number two now. So we'll go here. We'll take cost pool two and we'll divide by the driver, which is direct labor hours. So we'll go to direct labor hours, click this, and that gives us 305 per direct labor hour. Now it has us redo job 189. Same sort of scenario here, 68 units, 3 direct labor hours, but it wants to know what would be the cost if we use a two-stage system, or a two cost pools, I should say, system. And so what we're going to do is take first our 68 units and multiply that by our cost per unit, which is this first cost pool. And then we'll add to that our 3 direct labor hours. And I'm just pulling that information from right over here so that you can see. 3 direct labor hours times our direct labor hour, or our cost per direct labor hour, which we calculated here. And then we will add those up, and that gives us a total here. And I'm just going to clean this up real quickly, make it a little more uniform, and those will be our answers. And so whatever Connect gives you, again, if they give you a rounding scenario, how many decimals they want you to go out to, or no decimals at all, if that's the case, just round your answers according to whatever they ask. But this is how you'd solve this one. So I'm going to stop the video here.